What is up, everybody? Let's get back to some Ocarina of Time Master Quest. It's fun being with you guys last week, and we're going to do it again. So, how's everybody doing in the chat? Let's go ahead and greet some of the people in chat right now. Soundwave Superior 21 says 199. Soundwave, somehow you were always the first person in the chat every single time. Like, you were so fast on them notifications. So, shout out to you. Of course, the beautiful wife, A Troubled Green, is in the chat. Thanks as always, babe. And she also reminded me to put it out on X. So I needed that reminder. ID Monster, glad you're here, man. Here as always is look at this guy streaming his stuff yet again. I told you, I'm here to stay. This is the new schedule. Although I don't stick to my schedule from an hourly standpoint, and I'm kind of starting to think I like streaming later at night anyway. I want these to be like chill streams. And so maybe they're kind of just nice later into the evening. So my stream times, to reiterate, are Sundays. That's the Metroid streams. And Thursdays, those are the Zelda streams. But as far as like what hour, I don't know. It's going to happen that evening. Probably a little bit later from now on. So around this time, I'm thinking. Let's see here. Joe Chunk dropping the $5. Thank you, Joe Chuck. I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you're here as always, and yeah, seriously, I super appreciate that. If you want to make any sort of requests and stuff, dropping money in the chat, feel free. Initial Power D says, oh, back to streaming Master Quest, and it's going to get exciting now too, because we're starting back on the Forest Temple. Forest Temple, Fire Temple, and especially the Water Temple. The dreaded Water Temple. I'm so excited to see what that looks like on Master Quest, so that'll be interesting. Canman says, look at this guy who's streaming again. Yes, sir. This is the new schedule. So, Mare, how you doing? Good to see you as always. Says, hi, Johnny. Hi, Alasia. It's good to see you. Good to see you, Mare, as always. Let's see here. Wait, people have stream schedules? I'm not used to that. Yeah. I might, like, you know, mix it up every once in a while, but my very consistent schedule as far as like the days is Sundays and Thursdays. Sundays Metroid, Thursdays Zelda. Gotta rely on YouTube to send out those notifications. Yeah, right, says Initial Power D. For sure. All right, let's go ahead and get this started. If it can find the sensor. Is this thing on? Okay, I don't think it was on. Oh my god, you are spazzing out. Nope. That's not what we wanted. Ooh, okay, a little bit lower. There we go. I do not miss the Wiimote days. Oh my goodness. Alright, hold on, chat. Where is it? There it is. Holy crap. Now I can switch over to the GameCube controller. Thank God. Scoutless, how you doing, man? Good to see you in here as always. Display and progressive scan mode. I don't even know what that means. Yes. Uh-oh. Did I screw something up? I don't even know what that means. All right. So Scutless is in here. And then ID Mustard says, so, Johnny, what you're saying is your stream is never late, nor is it early. It arrives precisely when it means to. Yes, that's correct. NFI says, what's up, Johnny? What's up, NFI? Good to see you as always. All right, let's get this thing started. All right, Rumble feature. Yes, I want all of the immersion. Oh, I just realized whatever I did, whatever I said yes on, made the screen freeze on the Elgato. 1 second, chat. That's crazy. 1 second. Restart that. Hopefully that doesn't become an ongoing issue. That used to be more of an issue for me, I think, when the bitrate was too high. All right. Not that one, not that one, not that one. Elgato screen link. Okay, and we back. Perfect. Okay, hopefully that doesn't happen again. All right. One of the all-time GOAT games, and it feels like it's new again. Not completely new, but like the fact that, you know, these dungeons are like fresh now is like super, super exciting. I freaking love this. Okay, I don't think I can learn the song from Sheik yet. I don't think she... Yeah, she's just hanging out there. A2, what's up? Says, hey everyone, Sunday stream was great. Sorry I missed it live. I was under the weather. Yeah, a lot of people have been late, A2. But I hope you're feeling much better now. And it's great to see you as always. My sister in many interests, A2. Former 90s basketball lover, Zelda lover, and Metroid lover. So, yeah, I think we were separated at birth, and you're my like twin sister. That's what I've been telling my wife. I'm like, I think we're actually related. Stream not working properly. What is this? A Mikey stream? Poor Mikey. I think in his neck of the woods, it's really hard to find like they just don't have like fiber internet over there and everything, you know, where he's at. So he kind of just has to deal with whatever he's got, and he does a good job, you know. Makes it work. Much better, thank you, says A2. Well, that's great to hear, A2. Alrighty, so I think I got Epona. Forest Temple, here we go. Yes. First, we got to go to Kakariko, and we got to get the hook shot. But we'll be there before you know it, and I am so excited. I love the music of the Forest Temple. To me, it's one of the best Zelda dungeons of all time. I can't wait to start making that video series where I'm ranking every dungeon in Zelda existence. But unfortunately, in order to do that, you have to play every single Zelda game, and there's a couple of the handheld games I have not played yet. So as soon as I finish getting through those, then I'm going to start that series, which I'm very excited about. And I'm, like, jotting down notes and everything as I go. I'm pretty sure I got the Sun Song already. Let's see here. No. And I don't think I have the Song of Storms yet. I'm trying to remember, like, everything that's going on, like, where we left off. I have Milk. No Song of Storms yet. Very curious to see if the differences are more intense. Yeah, wouldn't it be funny if, like, the Water Temple was actually easier in Master Quest? I'm pretty sure, based on what people have told me who have actually gone through it, that that's not going to be the case. So we'll see. Are you going to get some heart pieces? You might need it because there's more enemies in dungeons than the original. Nah. I don't know. Maybe I should. I feel like I can do it, but I've also never done it before, so I might be too arrogant right now. I love how pissed he is. He's like, you ruined something way long time ago. This whole time loop sequence is weird. It isn't until you prompt it in the future that he reminds you that you screwed up something in the past, even though we haven't really screwed it up in the past yet from our perspective. What is the best song from Ocarina of Time, chat? What do you think is your favorite song from Ocarina of Time? Because the Song of Storms, it's like, it's right there for me. If it's not number one, it's sure freaking close to it. It's so nostalgic. Initial Power D says, love the Song of Storms. I mean, who doesn't? It's so good. Okay, we already did the chicken. Oh, I can't do this yet because I don't have the bow. And I can't remember. How many Skulltulas do I have? 13? Pure to Acre because he didn't know. Yeah. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. Okay, we got one. Sweet. Still angry about something that happened a single day 7 years ago. Well, at least he knows what his priorities are. Yeah, for real, right? I got the adult's wallet. Sweet. So I think now 200 rupees, I believe. thank you to everybody who's in here. I'm very excited to get back at this, man. It's weird. I haven't been this excited to play Ocarina of Time in forever, but it's like I don't know what to expect, dude. That's like the first time in forever I don't know what to expect. I could get some heart pieces, but actually let's go to the graveyard first. But I have to remember like where to get them all. So I'd be angry too if I had to stand in one spot for 7 years. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Okay, I think it's either this one or it's the other one with plants in front of it. Yeah, that's right, Scutless. So regular 99, adult 200, giant 500. Okay. It always annoyed me that you couldn't get 999 rupees in this game. That they made you stop at 500. Feels wrong. Okay, let's do here. Definitely want a couple of these for a brand new dungeon. Scutless says, I think the only thing you specifically need the giant wallet for is buying a replacement Zora tunic. Yeah. Yeah, because there's not really a ton of expensive things in this game. Gearbrick says, the Song of Storms as in the background track playing inside the windmill is one of the best. Personally, I quite like the Forest and Spirit Temples music. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of them that you could qualify as one of the best. Forest Temple, absolutely love as well. Even the Song of Time, though. Song of Time's just so good. It was so good they had to bring it back as is for Majora's Mask as well. I don't think this will have changed, but let's find out. Okay, I gotta lock in for this one. I hate failing this one. Oh. Actually feels pretty good on the GameCube controller, not gonna lie. This part feels like I have more control than I normally do, to be honest. And how fast, Scutless, do you have to do it to get the heart piece? Because I might do it again for the heart piece. Now we're ready to go to the Forest Temple. Technically, we're ready, but I do think it would be worth getting a couple heart pieces, maybe. Elijah says, when they do that in the books, it's like, put back in the deleted chapters in a special edition. It's the greatest thing in the world. It's like you get to read the book all over again for the first time. Yeah, exactly. It's basically what Master Quest is. Some said Dampe was mad for digging up people's graves to make an underground race course, and they were right. Yeah, I definitely feel like he's the most creepy in this version of probably all the games, because I feel like a lot of times when you see him in the Zelda franchise after this, he's very like cutesy. Whether it's like, you know, Link's Awakening or games like that, you know. Alright, let's get this out of the way. It was funny because I was like, I'm not feeling too great tonight, which was another reason I was kind of late to stream. And my wife was asking me, like, how late are you going to be streaming tonight? You know, seeing that you're not feeling well and stuff. And I was like, however long it takes me maybe to, like, beat the Forest Temple. So I have no idea. That could be an hour if they don't change things too much, you know. Like 45 minutes, an hour. Could be 3 hours if they just make it really brutal as hell. I don't know. Alan! Alan the Techno Troll. What's up, Alan? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a wonderful evening, and good to see you as always. Had to look it up. Get a piece of heart from Dampe for completing the race in under a minute. Dude, that's gonna be tough. I just did the race right now, and it felt like a flawless run. Actually, no, it wasn't a flawless run, because you can use the hook shot to get yourself a little bit further. Yeah. Oof, just 3 seconds over. Yes, initial power deep, but I do think I can cut into that with the hook shot. I think I remember that's how I do it. So let's try this again. If I was playing Ocarina of Time on the 64, I could be a chump and, or like the Switch 2, basically. If I was playing it on the Switch 2, I could just be a chump and, just use the rewind feature. But we're not going to do that. No rewinding. Oh my god, how did I hit that? I think I'm screwed. Can I make that up? How do I fail this? I remember there... Oh, jeez, I need to start it over. Actually, this is a perfect excuse to... Oh. I was just about to say this is a perfect excuse to explore, and he was like, haha, no. Still doing okay, still struggling to find a good job. Tough out there. Yeah, I hear that, Alan. I'm sorry, dude. I'll say a prayer for you, Alan, that good job shows up and everything, man. Just stick with it. Don't get too discouraged where you stop trying, you know? Stick with it. Oh. Okay, I don't feel like this is that smooth of a run, so I'm really gonna need that hook shot to save me here. Nope, too far. Frick. You know what, actually? You know what? I don't know if I can do this right now. Do I need the long shot from the water temple and then come back and do this? I might need to do that. Because I don't know, like, how possible it is without it. Because I just remembered, I was like, oh, okay, I can't reach those things. So I need the long shot from the water temple. So we'll come back to this, because I don't actually know if I can do it. Because, like, cutting off 3 seconds off of that first run I had, which was pretty dang clean, would be really, really tough. STR says, what's up, Johnny? Are you ready for another long year of LeBron antics in Lakerland? No. I genuinely thought that, like, he might be in a different jersey before the season starts. But I think once he opted into that $52 million contract, like, he's gonna be a Laker. Even if the Lakers are ready to move on from him, you can't just do a buyout for a player making $52 million, you know? I mean, you could, but I don't think they want to move on from him this year that bad. If you know where he drops the flames, can you speed things up a bit by rolling instead of running? Perhaps. I think rolling and running, because there's like a slight pause too. I think it's almost like the same speed, to be honest. So it's hardly a difference. Maybe if I was side hopping, I could really cut down some time. But I'm not going to subject you guys to that, trying that forever. I'm ready to freaking try this forest temple, man. I don't know, with like a bottle of milk, which, you know, you get 2 drinks with it, and then 2 other bottles, which each have a fairy. I don't know. I mean, it might be like really challenging, but I don't think it's going to be that brutal where I won't be able to accomplish it with this. I don't know. We'll see if my ignorance is speaking too loudly. What's crazy is it's already started, says STR. Yep, already started. No tweener, says Alan. Yeah. Okay, get some Deku sticks. All you evil monsters, get out of my hometown. I'm trying to think if there's any like pieces of hearts or anything around here I might want to get first. Who cares? Let's go get this done. Thank you to everybody who's hanging out, as always. I hope it's not going to be as much of a struggle as Jabu Jabu's belly was. That should not have been as, quote, hard as it was, but that stupid little section where I figured, where, like, I had to jump from the water spout, like, oh my gosh, that took... Go right again. Do I even have to dialogue with him the first time? Oh my god, I'm doing the Song of Healing. Oh, I'm also holding the L button. What are you doing, Johnny? Like, you know what this guy needs? He needs some healing. Let's play the Song of Healing. Wait till you get to the water temple. I know. I'm genuinely, like, I'm excited, though. I'm gonna have to break up the water temple into, like, 2 streams. This is just gonna be that bad. We'll see. I can't remember. I screwed it up. The new additions in Jabu Jabu's belly felt emotional. It was very moving. Yes, Scottless. That was weird, dude. That was one of the weirdest things. I've seen, you know, there's a lot of weird things in Zelda games, but that, having a bunch of cows that are embedded into the guts of, you know, embedded into the guts of Jabu Jabu's belly and having to use them as like switches that you activate, that was very weird. Gosh dang it, dude. I have been playing this game for 3 decades. Why the frick? Not quite 3 decades. Almost 3 decades. Game hasn't even been out, I don't think, for 3 decades. But I've been playing this game for a very, very long time and I'm still forgetting. So you go straight up, then it must be left. Straight up. Left. Now we go right. Yeah, that has to be it. There we go. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, these guys. I know. I can't make the dialogue go any faster. Come on, Navi. This is why people hate you and think you're annoying. I assume they wanted a type of switch that fit Jabu Jabu's fleshy aesthetic, but almost to make it not obvious that it was a switch. I mean, I guess they pulled that off. In a very weird way, they did pull it off. I think it's funny that this is the only time you see these enemies in this game. But they leave such an impression. All right, fine. Turn around. And if I says, Johnny, giving you a tip, you need a scarecrow for Fire Temple because of one room. Oh, okay. Ah, frick. I went too far up. Okay, so I need to learn the Scarecrow song so that I could use him to reach a certain area. That's crazy they made it necessary. Alasia says, chat, is Johnny's audio clipping for you guys, or is that a me problem? Yes, please let me know, chat, if that's just a her problem or if that's something I need to fix. Oh, it's optional. It's optional. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah, because I remember there was an optional room in just the original as well. Why do you need an iconic Batman villain for one Fire Temple room? Oh, right. I thought I lured him to hit to the left. Come on. You did suddenly sound louder. I think I got too close to the mic. Let me back up a little bit. The problem is I'm too relaxed on these streams, and I like move to like a reclined position, and then I'll move forward or lean forward. Maybe fix that. I just wonder if I got too close, but here. How's that? Is that better, guys? Or is that too much? Let me know what you guys think. And when you say it got louder, are you talking about my volume or the game's volume? I definitely want that distinction. Okay. Well, no, I think you got too close. My bad, chat. Anyway, so hey, guys. Sorry, chat. Okay, I can't stand this delay. It was you, but I think you did just lean in. Link, this is Scutless, says, Link, I am filled with worry and concern that Saria hasn't been sitting on the tree stump for 7 years. Because if I know anything about girls, is that they love sitting down for years on end. Yeah, exactly. It's her spot, man. And he's just a kid. He's just like, at heart, he's just a dumb kid. You have to remember that. This Link might look like he's 18 or 19, but he's 11. Okay. I don't know if it's ever confirmed how old Link is. I need to look into that. Oh, they don't even... Oh, that's interesting. They don't have the wolves now at the beginning. Okay, we're already spotting differences. This is exciting. I'm so excited. Okay. Okay, chat. So just to get you up to speed, I had played Master Quest once before, but never played it through. It was a long time ago, and I got up to like Jabu Jabu's belly, and I never got beyond that. Never got to the adult timeline. So now this is all new. Never experienced this before, so. Okay, can I reach him? Okay, I can reach him, but I don't think I can reach him. Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's a couple there I can't reach. So this area is normally a key on this tree up here, but I don't even know if they're gonna let me get it now. Because... Didn't you stream this the first time you played it? I did. That was years ago, and I think it was back when I was on Twitch. But it was around that time that I stopped streaming on Twitch altogether. I don't think there's a way I can do this. Get up, hit me back. There we go. Perfect. That's what I wanted. Might as well get rid of him. Okay. I was gonna say I don't want to fall, but I don't think it's a big deal if I fall now that I've taken all the spiders out. Okay, so this used to be a key. We'll see if it's still a key. Okay, cool. NFI says, I'm jealous. It's your first experience of Master Quest. I almost quit, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think I'll quit, because I definitely like I've been saying for years that my preference is to have really, really tough dungeons. But now we're gonna find out if I really, really mean it. I gotta put my money where my mouth is. Fun fact, for the longest time, I thought the Skulltula's face was a skull. It took me longer than I'm willing to admit that I noticed the red eyes. Scotland says, can you get past, can't you get past them if you go slowly? I believe they change colors when they detect you. Stop moving for a moment. Yeah. And apparently I had to, because the key door was immediately afterwards. You know what's, I'm gonna go back real quick though, because even after I took out all these enemies, I still heard a spider moving, so I think there might be a Skulltula in here. Yeah, okay, cool. There is. That I'm pretty positive was not there on the OG. That was not there. Alright, here we go. So we don't have a map, but when we get to the main room, the first door we'll go in is the door on the left, and we'll just keep going from there. And I'll keep advancing in this area until it won't let me. Oof. Stab. Just stab is your friend with these guys. Oh wow, that's new. That's new too. The switch with like the ice block there, that is definitely different. Okay. Let's do this. I had to stick with my stream tonight because I've told you guys Thursday nights are Zelda nights. But I didn't want to do it for a minute there because I'm streaming simultaneously as one of my favorite Zelda streamers. And so I was like, ah, crap. I know there's some crossover between our subs. He's called JoJo Jets, and he's got a great... And the funny thing is, he's playing an Ocarina of Time randomizer. So it's like we're playing the same game, sort of. Did they just move around the gold ones, or did they add more? That's a good question. I don't think they added more. I think they just moved them around. But I'm the wrong person to ask because I haven't done this before, so I'm not totally sure. Okay, so can't do that yet. Let's go ahead and go up the ladder. Navi, there are arrows pointed on the floor. Link, sigh. Yes, Navi. Pointing out the super obvious. Okay, so there's another switch up there. My bow and arrow can't come fast enough. No? No. Okay. Oh man, I'm nervous. Did they make this part much harder? Oh, what is that? What is that? What is that? I thought I saw something. I thought I saw a switch or something. Am I making stuff up? Oh no, it's just the floor. Okay. Things are already getting interesting. So can't push this. Are you Sarah Connor says, hello Zeltroid, hello, how are you doing? Dang, are we already at a roadblock here? This is crazy. I have this part down on the original, but... So can't push any further. Can't push any further. Dang. Oh man, this is so interesting because I think we're already... We're already kind of stuck at this part and I might have to go to another room. I'm like 99% sure that ain't gonna work and it's actually fire that you need. Yeah, no, that ain't gonna work. Okay. Alrighty, so I'll come back to this room if I can't figure it out, but... So, need the bow and arrow to get through that one, because I'll shoot the eye. Okay. So, left room's accounted for. Maybe. I might have missed something. Diagonal left room, I can't get into, because I need my bow. So, let's go straight up. And if I says, first time playing this Master Quest on the 3DS version, it has mirror... It has mirror and the enemies take double damage than the GameCube version. Oh my goodness. So I gotta do the 3DS version at some point if I want the true challenge version. Wow. That's crazy that they felt like they needed to make it harder. Because usually it's the other way around. Usually they're like, we made things too hard. Let's go ahead and ease it up for them. No, they made it harder. That's wild. Okay. Happy to get keys. I think I'm going to keep the health. I think I'm going to keep the milk. Being able to heal myself twice with this few hearts, I feel like is probably the best bet, especially when I've already got 2 fairies. Initial Power D says, had to give people more reason to buy the 3DS version, I suppose. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Okay, so diagonal left and diagonal right both require the bow and arrow. Shoot, dude. Okay, and then you can't go to the right because there's no opening. Oh, snap. So this means one thing. Already went straight up. Can't go diagonal right or left. So I gotta be missing something in this left room. I have to. I have to be missing something. Unless they freaking, like, added a door somewhere, which that would be wild. If they just, like, they restructured the dungeon itself, that'd be crazy. Because right now, it's, like, it's not quite to that level from what I've seen. They're just, like, changing up stuff in the rooms, but they're not, like, changing the design of the rooms themselves. Thoughts on the potential? Thoughts on rumors for a potential switch to Ocarina of Time remake? Yeah, like a month ago, I made like a whole video about it. you can find on the channel, but I won't make you watch it. Oh, there's 2 blocks. There's 2 blocks. Okay, there's 2 blocks. Okay. So what are my thoughts on it? I would love it. I would love to see it. Part of me feels like it's, you know, it's actually, it feels somewhat, like, not totally necessary, but, like, there are so many young people who hear that Ocarina of Time is the greatest video game of all time, or one of the greatest video games of all time. They hear that over and over again, and then they play this game, and the graphics look like an eyesore to them, you know, because it's the first 3D, you know, Nintendo console. So they just don't get it. So I feel like, you know, a real graphical upgrade, you know, I don't know if you want to put, like, you know, voice actors in there, maybe, but at the very least, you know, at the very least, you know, bring in an orchestra and that sort of thing and just have it look so good. I think it'd be cool to blow up Hyrule Field and make it bigger, add more collectibles and stuff. But yeah, if the remake's coming, it would sell like, bro, it would sell insane. Nice Johnny Brain. Johnny Brain is growing than Beardo. What? Thoughts on the Game Pass price increase? I've been meaning to cancel Game Pass. Yeah, that was just a good reminder that I'm behind on doing that. It's almost 30 years. It definitely deserves it. Yeah, and then when people are like, well, they kind of already did it already with, like, the 3DS version. I'm like, that doesn't count. That was barely a remake. You know what I'm saying? And some people don't even like that version as much anyway. Honestly, back in the fall of '98, these graphics look like 8K. This is true. I remember, because going from A Link to the Past to this, my brain was just fried. It was incredible, like just what this looked like at the time. Same thing with like Mario Kart, James Bond, you know, GoldenEye and all that. I will say the one adjustment that was hard for me is I remember when we first got the N64 controllers and just the way you had to hold it, and you had the analog stick, and you had, you know, so many more buttons. I remember coming from the Super Nintendo, I was like, this is too many buttons. Like, I hate this. I was like 9 years old and was full boomer. I was just so angry. I was like, this is not right. Ocarina, says Sam T. What's up, Sam T? If they want to make the game accessible to the young audience, they need to add QuickTime events and loot boxes for the items. I don't know, man. I think just blow up the world a little bit, add in a little bit more, you know, items. It's Ocarina of Time. Like, I feel like there's even a lot of young fans who have played Ocarina of Time. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta make some big changes to it, re-release it, and like, even if it was a small upgrade, like, Nintendo fans are suckers for that stuff. They'd do it. But if they make it like a really big upgrade, oh my gosh, it could like break records. It'd sell so much. Okay, chat, I'm not gonna lie. Based on the fact that all the other rooms seem to be clear, like, dead ends, I do not know where to go here, which is crazy. Like, we're not even that far into the Forest Temple, and I'm already like, where the hell do I go? Which is nuts. I mean, I don't think I need to push this block anywhere else. What if I push it? No, I can't push it through here because this hallway narrows. Pushing it there won't accomplish anything. I can't melt that ice, so that won't be of any use to me, even if I could somehow get it there. We need both Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask remake. I don't consider the 3DS version a remake. They're more like remastered. That's the other thing. If we do get that rumored Ocarina of Time remake, it's only a matter of time before people start crying out for the Majora's Mask remake, which of course I'd want as well. That'd be amazing. Did you try the ladder? I did. I don't know if there's something I'm missing, so I come up here with the ladder, come over here. I feel like that just drops me down back to where I was. If I go over here, I don't see anything. I don't see anything that I'm missing. There's not a door over there, right? No. So then you come over here, and there's just this block. Unless I... What if I pull it? Will that do anything? I don't think I'm able to see it from another angle. Maybe? Oh yeah, no, that should do it. That should do it. Because now I come over here. Okay, alright, cool. I think we're in business. No, that's not the same one? Wait, why can't I push it now? Oh, because maybe it was like flat up against the other one? Maybe? Interesting. I don't know how that solved anything, but it did. Huh. Okay. So now there's something to there's something to hook shot. Okay. You got it, says NFI. Yeah. Ready for the water temple, says Alan? Probably not, to be honest. I don't want to get ahead of myself, though. I love the forest temple so much, and it's its own challenge, so, you know, I want to enjoy this as much as possible. But when the water temple happens, I will be excited for it. I talked about this on another stream, but most people, like, I think what's, like, widely accepted as the right way to progress through Ocarina of Time is you go through the forest temple first, then the fire temple. But I always did the forest temple, then the water temple, which you don't get the same prompts to go to the water temple, but I don't know. For some reason, that's just what I figured out first. Alright. This is so interesting. We're just getting started here and already the boss key. Okay. I don't think there's anything else here other than just falling in the hole. So let's go ahead, go in here. Okay. I think that'll drop me a chest, I think. Nope. No chest on Master Quest. Okay. That will take a fire arrow as well. Okay, so based on this, I think I will be getting... I guess I'm gonna get fire arrows in this dungeon. I have to be getting something with flames because there's all this webbing around, which is crazy because you don't get the fire arrows in here normally. Johnny needs his whole milk. I'm starting at bedtime, so do you want food? I could even prep it now and bring it up once she's asleep. Yeah, just that turkey sandwich and a glass of milk will do it. Oh my gosh. I've seen these Redeads a million times, but there's never been one in here hanging out alone, just looking like the frickin' alien from Signs. Okay, that actually freaked me out. I was not expecting that. It's been a long time since one of these things made me jump, but when they're in a room they're not normally in, that'll get me. Brian Stewart says, I'll take a sandwich, thanks. Yeah. Sandwiches all around. Glass of milk. Do I say it as milk? Milk. Yeah, no, I definitely say milk. I definitely say it like a moron. Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, that's really interesting. So now it's not... Now it's not just an eye right above that room. You have to really go out of your way to twist and untwist the room. I don't know why. I add a lot of E's where there's supposed to be I's. Like instead of milk, which instead of milk, I say milk. And instead of... I have to think about it. Instead of pillow, I say pillow. My pillow. I love my pillow. Like, that's just how I've always said it. Yeah, ID Monster remembers that. You say milk and pillow. Last time you streamed this game was 3 years ago. We clowned you in the water temple for that. You have a very good memory. Okay. Okay, so I need to, I guess, go through this room now. So now, let's go back. The room will be twisted, so it should allow me to get to a new area. How is cow eating a turkey sandwich cannibalism? I don't know. Oh, you're responding to... You're responding to Alan. You're a cow. That's cannibalism. I think you're talking about the characters. I think he's talking about the characters all you guys play as in Mario Kart. Because Alan plays as a dolphin. I'm trying to remember. What do I play? I play as Rosalina. But if I could still play as Isabelle, I would. Heck, if they'd let me play as Tom Nook, I'd play as Tom Nook. That'd be awesome. You have no idea how cool this effect was to twist and untwist the room. I mean, it's still cool, but like when it first happened, like on the N64, we were like, whoa, that's amazing. That's so cool, man. Remember, no one outbags ID Monster. Phil is a pretty intense bagger as well. Like, Phil's crazy with his bagging. He's very intense with it. Bargo says, what games do you have for the Switch 2? Not a ton, actually. Mario Kart World. I will be getting Metroid Prime 4, obviously, the instant it drops. God, is that it? I think that's it right now. I didn't get Donkey Kong. I probably will at some point. It's just like, it's another Odyssey type game, and I don't know. I'm not really hankering for that right now. I hear it's really good, and it's really, really fun, but I don't know. I'm not really anxious to go through it. Plus, the games are just so expensive and everything, so I don't know. I was going to hold off. I've been honestly playing World and a lot of GameCube games. Not a lot, because there isn't a lot on here, but like F-Zero GX. F-Zero GX is one of my favorite games of all time, so when that became accessible on the Switch 2, I was all over it. Jester Feathers, what's up? You F with the virtual console? I ain't getting that. Initial Power D says Bonanza is pretty fun. That's what I hear, man. I saw a good portion of it because I was watching Kristanova stream it. I was watching her stream. And, yeah, she just absolutely love it. Alright, so we got the bow. But yeah, I'm not really anxious to go through it because I just feel like, I don't know, just that like whole like collect stars or shine sprites or whatever you want to call them style of gameplay with like Mario And then Kirby and the Forgotten Land was kind of like that. And now they're doing it again with Donkey Kong. And, yeah. Just not really hankering to go through a game with that style again. But I will get it probably at some point. Okay, so I always get turned around at this point, and I don't remember which way is the way I came from. Alright, well. Hey, I mean the Virtual Console on the Switch, too. Like, do I play Virtual Console for the Switch, too? You mean the Virtual Boy? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I like the 3D Marios a lot, but I'm not crazy about Donkey Kong Bonanza, at least thus far. Yeah, because I also, like, wanted something very specific for Donkey Kong. Like, I miss the Donkey Kong Country days where, like, Rare was making the games. And I don't know, just something about the feel of Bonanza. Like, first of all, he doesn't look like Rare's Donkey Kong, so there's that. Because they completely changed him, you know, new design and everything. And on top of that, like, I don't know, I just wanted more, like, tropical jungle world. And a lot of what I was seeing from the game was, like, goofy, like, mines and way too, like, overcolored stuff. And I don't know. It just wasn't really what I wanted. I get a lot of people are happy with it, so, like, who am I to say anything's wrong with it? But I don't know, something about like the Rare Donkey Kong Country games, like, first of all, like, Donkey felt like more sophisticated, and the jungle itself felt like magical. It didn't feel like too colorful, too over the top, too goofy, too clownish. So I just wasn't really like feeling the vibe of Bonanza ever since I first saw it, you know? So I don't know. Those were my thoughts as I was just like, yeah, I'm not really sold on this. I hear it's great, but Donkey Kong Country is GOAT, says NFI. Yeah, exactly. STR says, I gotta say, I'm getting tired of AAA gaming as a whole. Yeah. The Nintendo Online Game Service where you play the retro Nintendo games. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, so you're asking if I play that? I play that a lot. I play that a lot. All of it. NES, SNES, 64, Game Boy Advance. I played all a lot. I didn't like the new Donkey Kong design at first, but it's grown on me more over time, says Initial Power D. Yeah, I can't say I'm there yet. I might get there, but... ID Muster, sorry I didn't read, see your long message. Says, Johnny, we've been worried about Prime 2 and Prime 3 dropping so close to 4, but it was brought to my attention that Pikmin did the same thing and they dropped the missing game like weeks before Pikmin 4. Thank you, ID Monster, for telling me that. Because I was actually not aware of that. And if I talk about it again in a video, I will mention that as a point of encouragement. Because I didn't know that. I'll look into it and verify that that's true, but I 100% believe you. But I'll just verify to be sure. But yeah, no, that's awesome. That's good to know. Alan said open world is getting used way too much. 100% agree. I said it before, but it feels like when Fortnite first came out and Fortnite did so freaking well that everybody was convinced that, you know, everything had to be battle royale. It feels like we're in that period now with open world, where absolutely every adventure game, not even every adventure game, like, you know, a lot of Metroid fans now are getting really, really concerned with some of the big wide open areas that we're seeing. I don't think those are open world. I just think that's a big open hub. If it's a Metroid game that allows you to go wherever you want, whenever you want, that will be terrible. Because again, that's not Metroid. But yeah, people are getting so defensive over that and so jumping to conclusions because, and it's fair that they do because Nintendo's trying to make everything open world. It's like over the top, man. Like, did Mario Kart need to be open world? Well, it is now. Jester Feather says, "Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you would since it has a lot of stuff. Those count as Switch 2 games you have in a way. Yeah. If those count, then I have been playing it a lot." And if I says, "I don't remember how hard the SNES games were as a kid. I could beat Contra 3 by myself, and I used to beat Super Mario World without dying. Modern games made me stupid." Okay, so I don't have the key, so I have to come back to this room. SNES games, some of them were really, really hard, and a lot of them weren't too bad. Relatively to, like, I hear people say all the time that Super Nintendo games are so hard, and I never agreed with that. I never thought that, and the reason, there's two reasons. First of all, I played so many SNES games as a kid. There was that stream I did, like, a few weeks ago where I tried to beat as many SNES games as I could in one stream. I took out like 5 games. So I don't think SNES games are that hard because I played them a lot, but I was also comparing them to NES games. Like, NES games are ridiculously hard. What's up, Viva? Oh, I wish you guys could see my daughter. She's so freaking cute, but we don't show her face on the internet. So, thanks, babe. All right, you sleep well, okay? I love you. All right, thanks, babe. Okay, sounds good. Isn't Super Metroid kind of open though? I'm stuck in Meridia. So here's the thing, and this is a big conversation piece. I might even just make a video on this channel explaining the difference between like open world and open areas. Metroid games, they're Metroidvanias. They're not open world like Breath of the Wild is open world. Even Ocarina of Time is not open world like Breath of the Wild is. And here's what we mean by that. Here's how we separate, like, in the gaming world, like, what is truly open world and what's just, like, has open areas. Ocarina of Time, I can't go, technically, unless I glitched it out, I can't go to Gerudo Valley unless I have Epona so that I could clear the bridge that's been taken out, right? I have to leap over the bridge. There are certain areas in this game, like Ganon's Castle. Until I've beaten all the temples so I can create the Rainbow Bridge to reach Ganon's Castle, I can't access it. So that has linearity to it. It is not true to an open world game. It is not a true open world game. Breath of the Wild is different. You can go straight to Ganon's Castle. You could go to Ganon's Castle immediately. Do you want to go fight the Divine Beast in Gerudo? You could do that. Do you want to go fight the Divine Beast in, you know, Zora's Domain? You could do that. I think we're back to this. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that again. I get your point, but you can hookshot over the bridge. This got less. Okay, fair. But like, let's just use Ganondorf's castle then, and Hyrule Castle. Unless you have some crazy glitch, you cannot do that. And that is how people differentiate between an open world. Like, Metroid is not that way at all, because Metroid games, you need to get missiles to open red missile doors. You need to get power bombs in order to open certain areas, you know. You'll see something off in the distance you can't access because you need, you know, your grapple beam in order to use it. So that's the difference. And so if Metroid became open world in that sense, where you could literally just go any point at any time, like, Metroid fans, is that a Metroid game? Like, we've never played a Metroid game like that. Initial Power D says, I always thought the original Zelda formula was more Metroidvania-like. Yeah, I would say it's more Metroidvania-like than than it is open world. That's for sure. Like, if I had to say which game style it's similar to. Okay, I just realized the one thing I didn't do was fall down. So let's go ahead and fall down here. And every once in a while, you just gotta, like, kill all the enemies in the room. Because you never know. That could, like, drop a key or something. Bargo's Nintendo game says, the difference between the Zelda formula and the Metroid formula is that the items you unlock and the doors that open them aren't in the same place, so you gotta go find them. Yeah, I would say in Metroid games, which some people will see as a flaw, I see it as a feature, because obviously I really like Metroid games. You have to backtrack so much in Metroid games, but we like that. We like seeing something going, oh, okay, I can't access this right now, but, you know, wait until later and I'll be able to do that. And then as soon as you get that item, all right, now you head back and you go access that area. There's so much of that in the Metroid games. Money Saves Lives, apparently. Great name, by the way. It says, I'm very excited for Metroid Prime 4. I just hope Switch can optimize running it. Yeah, because that's the thing. Everybody's getting the feeling that everything we've seen so far is Switch 2. So, you know, it's got some of us nervous, like, what's this game going to look like on the Switch? You know, how's it going to feel? How's it going to run? All that sort of thing. So I said I need fire arrows, but that's not necessarily true. If there's a torch somewhere, then I could shoot an arrow through the torch and hit that, but it would have to be very conveniently placed. And right now I'm not seeing anything. ID Monster says, Johnny, my mistake. I had it slightly backwards. It was Pikmin 4 dropping July 21st. Then 1 and 2 remastered released September the same year, with Pikmin 3 already was ported from Wii U as a deluxe. So it came out, so the remasters came out after the new game dropped. Is that what you're saying? I'm worried that that might be what ends up happening. That's such a backwards, like, you don't, like, oh, that would be such a mistake if Nintendo did that. Honestly, I would delay, genuinely. I know some Metroid fans will hate me for saying this. Even if you had to delay it 6 months to make sure that you're getting Prime 3 and Prime 4 out before, that way people could play the games leading up to 4, I'd frickin' do it, man. I'd do that. Shoot, dude. Oh, wait, I have the bow and arrow now. So I did that room. Now I can do this room. Okay, I'm forgetting I can access this room now. NFI says, this is the part I got confused. ID Monster says, yes, by 2 months. See, that's crazy. 2 months afterwards? Ugh. I don't know. Maybe they're not as worried about... maybe they're not really as worried about, you know, doing them all sequentially. Maybe people play Prime 4 and go through it for the first time, and now they want to go back and do the trilogy. I don't know. There's a part of me that is just annoyed by that. But I guess it's not the worst thing, you know? Like, a lot of people's first Zelda game was Breath of the Wild. They enjoy that. Now they want to go back and play the old games. It's like, is there anything inherently wrong with that? No. You could do it that way. I just like to play, like, if I'm playing 4... I like to play 1, 2, and 3 leading up to 4, which clearly is what we're doing on the Sunday streams. But I can do that because I still own those games. You know, a lot of people either don't have their copies anymore from back in the GameCube era, or, you know, they never had them in the first place. Let's see here. Okay, this is interesting. There's a whole lot of Song of Time blocks. There's also a well I can't really go in the well yet because there's water in the well. Okay, so I'm kind of just assessing everything first. Maybe I could hookshot that treasure chest. I'm not sure though. Gearbrick says, if you want to burn the web, then why gotta go to Lake Hylia and make the fire arrows now? Yeah, I feel like that'd be crazy though if they made me do that. I don't think that's actually going to be necessary. Let's go ahead and play a Song of Time and see what it does. Twilight Princess Switch 2 edition would be amazing. I have some hope for that, Alan. I do have some hope for that because I do think it's interesting that they gave us Wind Waker on the GameCube for the Switch 2. Like, they're letting us play that game on the GameCube, like the GameCube app. Yet we can't play Twilight Princess. Like, they're saving that one. I'm like, do they have like a, you know, a Switch 2 edition coming? That would be really, really sick. Okay. Okay. What would that accomplish? Oh, interesting. Oh, this is cool. Okay, this is really cool. So let's go here. ID Monster, great point. Says, at the very least, it assures them we will either be getting them before or after. That is very true. If I would rather get them after than not get them at all. 100%. And again, I guess it doesn't really matter all that much. I think I'm probably making a bigger deal about it. Because again, this new game is not going to be a big, like, phase-on story. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be something... It's going to be something new. And so, in that way, even though it's Metroid Prime 4, they're kind of detached. So yeah, maybe it's not the worst thing if they ended up coming out afterwards. I just want them. I want them. Initial Power D says, one thing that could make the lack of Prime 2 or 3 availability less of a problem is that Prime 4 might not be directly after 3, but in between 2 of the other games. Well, I think it has to be after... it has to be after Prime 3, because if you 100%ed Prime 3, you got the little snippet at the end that shows Sylux stalking Samus. And now we're picking up things on Prime 4 with Sylux as the main villain. So, it's definitely taking place after 3. How long after 3? We'll see. Here we go. See, okay, so they just had me do that. That was purely to show me that I can do that, to have me thinking about it. So now I know I can shoot fire arrows. I was already thinking about it, game, so I appreciate that, but I was already a step ahead of you on that one. Okay, so I have the key now. I think I need to go back to that first room on the right, and I need to keep advancing until I get back to that key door. It is, but maybe not directly after. So this Initial Power D. Yeah, exactly. That part, 100% we agree on. And the very first trailer that we saw of Metroid Prime 4, one of the first things it tells us, it is in the year 20X9. So it made a point immediately of emphasizing the time. They haven't done that in Metroid Prime 2, or sorry, Metroid Prime 1, 2, or 3. They never bothered to tell us the exact year. The reason they're doing that is probably because we're going to be jumping around through time. Like, we do know at this point there's going to be time travel in the game because we've seen the box art of the game, and it says on the back of the box art that Samus will be traveling through time in this. So, you know, that'll be cool. What's interesting is, like, it talks about, like, revisiting familiar areas. Is that just from within the game itself? Like, you go to certain areas and then you travel in time and, you know, now it looks different? Like, picture, like, Hyrule Castle Town in Ocarina of Time, and then you go back to it in this game where it's all, like, destroyed and fallen and everything, and Ganon's now running stuff. Like, yeah, you're visiting a familiar area, you know, that you've been to before, but it's within the same game. Or is it implying that we're going to go somewhere from something we've seen before in the trilogy? You know, that's another thing people are speculating, so. Okay, let's do this one. And now we gotta go hit that switch. Pops! What's up, Pops? Glad to be watching from home and not the hospital. Typing left-handed sucks, though. Gotta watch me some Zelda. Pops, I love you, man. I'm so glad you're doing all right. Was praying for you a lot today, so glad you're out of the hospital and doing just fine. So anyway, love you, man. Glad you're doing good. I figured you'd probably just be chilling. I don't know what shape you're in, but I'm glad you're home. Use your hook shot to shortcut to the top. Ah, that's right. Urgh. That's right. Dang it. Okay, so the web isn't there anymore. What about this well? The well water's still in here, right? Or did that get done too? No, it's still there. It's still there. Okay. Initial Power D said it'd be wild if the time travel was more than just gameplay / puzzles. Yeah, for the story in some way. They did say a long time ago that they'd never, like... I don't think this is going to happen. Let me preface that before you guys attack me in the comment section, alright? They did mention, the developers mentioned, like in an interview back in 2015, that they wanted to do something new, that they wanted to move past Phase-On. Is it possible that they changed their mind? Of course. Is it possible the developers lie to us to mislead us? Absolutely. Nintendo has done that before, where they just straight up lied to us to mislead us. So, if they were lying, we saw Sylux in Metroid Prime 3 Corruption right after Samus just took out Dark Samus and destroyed Planet Phase-On. Maybe, just maybe, Sylux was invested in the outcome of that fight. Maybe he was corrupted by Phase-On. And maybe his master plan is, through his time travel, is to bring back Metroid Prime / Dark Samus. That wouldn't make sense, though, because if he was corrupted by Phase-On, the Phase-On would have been destroyed with it. So, yeah, that maybe doesn't totally work. So I don't think you can get Phase-On involved in why he's evil, but he's evil. So maybe he could do that? I don't know. To me, that's a little bit forced. To me, that's a little bit of, like, desperate to keep, like, Prime and, to keep Prime and Dark Samus as the center of the story rather than just accepting that it's time to move on. But if time travel's a part of it, it's possible. It's possible. You can't completely rule it out. Scott List says, time travel can be questionable story making decision, but as a history lover, I admit I love going into the past. Yeah, for sure. Let me experiment. Let me experiment a little bit with these. Like, can I move these? And if I says, crack open my monster, I'm going to be up late. I hope you do Water Temple. I mean, I'm going to do Water Temple. I don't think I'm going to do it the same stream. But we'll see. Also, how's my audio sounding? My wife wrote a note. I don't know why she wrote a note and she couldn't just tell me. She feels like she can't get in the way of the stream. She says, your mic is still clipping really bad. I did refresh, still happening. Maybe push the mic away from you. Chat, am I clipping badly? And also, if that's the case, why aren't you people telling me? Tell me. If I got a booger hanging out of my nose, y'all better tell me. Like, it's like that type of thing. Like, you guys gotta let me know. I'm trusting you people. Okay, let me try straight up again. Was it straight up, the key door? Jester Feather says not badly, which means it still kind of is. I'm moving it away from my face a little bit. I don't want to bug, says Alicia. I could even move it away a little bit further. and just turn up the volume a little bit, maybe as a way. Yeah, I wouldn't say badly. Sometimes I don't say stuff because streamers get triggered, says Jester Feather. Alright, well that's fair. But I'm definitely not one of those, because I can't fix something if I know it's not, if I don't know it's a problem, you know what I'm saying? But I get that. Some people just don't like being called out on anything, even when it's clearly wrong. Never stop the enemy when he's making mistakes, says ID Monster. Alasia says that sounds better. I guess I'm just too close to the mic. The game releases in 9 weeks, and we know almost nothing. Meanwhile, Kirby Air Riders comes out just 2 weeks earlier, and we've already had a dedicated Sakurai Presents with a second one promised. It's because they don't care. They don't have as much confidence in Metroid, and they don't care as much. Like, I hate to say it so plainly and bluntly, but it's the honest-to-God truth. The greatest selling Metroid game of all time sold 3 million units. We love it. You can build a channel on it because you've got really passionate fans and stuff, but like Metroid does not sell in Japan. Like, it does not move the needle for Nintendo. And on top of that, like, you know, I think they've put out some initial trailers to see if the game was ready to take the next step, and I think with just the lack of enthusiasm, now even Nintendo shares a lack of enthusiasm. So I hate to say it so plainly and bluntly, but it's the honest-to-God truth. Metroid Jones says, "Word up, Zeltroid. Just dropping in to say I enjoy your content. Hope you have fun with Master Quest." Thank you, Metroid Jones. Beautiful name, by the way. Yes, I will absolutely enjoy it. I'm sorry I haven't been making as many, like, you know, pre-recorded, scripted videos and stuff, but I'll get back to that. Right now, things have just been busy with my basketball channel, which a lot of you guys don't even know that I have. But I have a channel that's all dedicated to the NBA, which is actually my main job and my main source of income. And I just released memberships over there. So I'm having to give that a lot of my attention at the moment for like scripted content. But that is going to heat up big time over here, you know, as Metroid Prime 4 gets closer. So keep that in mind. Let's do this. Shoot, dude. Where was that key door, guys? Where was that key door? But yeah, sorry guys, because I know I haven't been providing as much content over here recently outside of streaming, but I am going to remedy that soon. Pop says, "Thanks, Alan and Alasia. Rest us all doing for several days. Rest is all I'll be doing for several days." By the way, Johnny, you got a booger hanging out of your nose. Thanks, Pops. You have a basketball channel, Society Monster? How come I've never heard of it? It's not like you bring it up every 15 minutes or everything. Oh, get out of here, ID Monster. That is not true. That is absolutely not true. False. I still get told all the time that people weren't aware of it. So, oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. So let's do this. Can I seriously not reach it? Okay. Bro, there we go. Hello? It's red! Okay, there we go. You should make an intro to NBA for people getting back into basketball like myself. Yeah. There's some exciting things going on in the sport for sure. That Victor Wembanyama, that new guy in the NBA, he's 7'5" tall, and he can handle the basketball and moves around like a guard. The guy is he's the broken video game character that you make in NBA 2K. That's who he is. And in 5 years, when he's like in his prime, he is going to absolutely dominate this league, assuming he's healthy. Like, never seen anything like him. Like the way Shaq was just like making everybody's jaws hit the floor, like when he was in the league in his prime. That's what Wemby is. He's just like different. He's just long and athletic and 7'5" and can shoot threes. It's like it's out of control. Gearbrick says, I'm not afraid to say the water temple is mildly overhated. Even with how the Iron Boots have equipped with the original, I just hate the Dark Link fight. I love the Dark Link fight. But I agree, it's overhated. I do think the best criticism of it, or the most valid criticism of it, is definitely that having to pause to change in and out of the Iron Boots constantly. Okay, I'm going the right way, because at the end of this is the key door. So finally, we're going the right way. Damn, like 2 feet taller than me. Yeah, the dude's ridiculous. Alan says, but does he have an exclusive Switch 2 coin? No, Epic Mike's got that. He does not have one of those. I mean, he might. I don't know. The other thing about Victor Wembanyama is the dude is a huge Star Wars fan, and he's on record saying that Disney Star Wars is not canon, that it's bad fanfic. Like, how can you not love this guy? So yeah, he's probably my favorite player in the NBA right now too, because of that. Okay. Look around real quick. I know the Wall Master's going to be showing up any second. Okay, give me my money. You will definitely hate the Master Quest Water Temple. I could beat Dark Link without using an iron hammer. I could. Are you trying to tell me they made him easier? Is that what you're saying? Alan says the white Yao Ming. From a size and length standpoint, you're right. But Yao Ming never... Wait, I thought I had a key. I thought I had another key. What happened to my key? Did I not have another key? Oh no, I'm so stupid. I thought I had another key. What I was going to say before my hopes and dreams all just got destroyed in an instant. Victor Wembanyama moves around with more agility, quickness, speed. He doesn't look like a big gangling Gumby like Yao Ming, Sean Bradley, George Marison, Manute Bol, like so many of these big 7'5" plus guys in NBA history. The way look. No. This guy moves around with like the agility of like an elite shooting guard, but he's 7'5". Scutless. Keeping track of your key count is ... key. Thanks, Scutless. Dark Link's weakness is the Iron Hammer. It's either that or Din's Fire. You could just spam Din's Fire on him if you've got the magic for it. That's something I use quite a bit. Alan says, I wouldn't want to be that tall, not being able to ride roller coasters, LOL. Yeah, they typically don't live nearly as long either. So yeah, it's really unfortunate, but like, that's going to be the biggest question about that young guy, is if he can stay healthy, because yeah, guys who tend to be that big, feet and knee problems and back problems as well, that just tends to be a very common issue for those guys. Bullfrog 808 says the Euro style play helps him for sure. Yes, agreed. Yeah, a big gangly dude like that getting hit like over and over again and playing a really physical brand of basketball, like they have in the 80s or 90s, that probably wouldn't suit him very well. I think the chances he'd get hurt are probably very high, because right now the dude's just super gangly. He might be like Giannis and fill out and put on a lot of muscle, but right now he's just a very, very gangly dude. All right, chat, I don't know what to do. Shoot, now we're just meandering. Okay, I definitely can't reach this area. NFI says, Epic Mice Switch 2 coin probably stinks like sour booty. Who knows what Epic Mike would do with that coin alone? Yeah, I don't know, dude. Okay, so this doesn't undo it, because that would just probably lock the room again. Oh, yeah, good point. Alan says, yeah, cardiovascular issues as well. Heart gets overworked to support the body. Yep. Because there's so much body to support. Yep. Sorry, chat. I'm just kind of looking around right now, trying to figure out where to go. As much as it's like, it's kind of annoying to like not know where to go, but this is, to me, this is part of the Zelda and even Metroid experience, is not knowing what to do and just meandering until you can figure it out. I do enjoy this aspect of it too, to a certain extent. Gearbreak says, I heard Dark Link only mirrors your moves if you use Z targeting on him. Yeah, I mean, then he just kind of like gets a little bit more spammy. Johnny, explore more at the water well, both sides. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let me kill these dudes first, because I don't want you getting in my way and annoying me. Also, his health mirrors your own whenever you fight him, so don't mind how many pieces you grab before facing him. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Okay, so explore the well on both sides. Okay, so it's probably not this side. Because there's this well, and then there's the other well. So this one, I do not see anything here of note. The wall would sound different if I could bomb it. It doesn't sound any different. Okay. So let's go try to go to the other side of the well. Okay. Doesn't the well drain after you play an Ocarina song? I mean, maybe in the original, but it is not operating the same way in Master Quest. Okay, so both sides. Come on, Link. That's the only annoying thing about these really, like, gigantic enemies. Is for some reason the hitbox is so funky on them. So were you telling me NFI as a suggestion, or do you know there's something over here that I haven't done? I'm trying to reach it. Let's look up a little bit. I don't see anything. I don't see any switches. NFI, you gotta let me know. Was it a suggestion, or is there, in fact, something here that I'm missing? Zeltroid, look in the well. Oh my god, that would have taken me forever to figure out. Seriously? Okay, I mean, I see it. I need to go down there. There's a chest down there. And I remember in the original, you need to drop the water. Oh! Holy frick! Are you serious? Jeez, that would have taken me forever to figure out. And when I say forever, I mean forever, dude. We could have been at this for hours and hours. Holy crap, that is insane. That is insane. Brian Stewart says you need to run it back. Dude, that is crazy. There are certain things, I'd love to make a video about that. This would now be one of them. There's certain things in Nintendo games where it's just like, how the hell was I ever supposed to find that like naturally on my own? That was one of them. One of the things I did find naturally on my own is like, remember like Super Mario 64 where you have to collect like the 8 red coins? One of the red coins you have to find on the final Bowser fight, like when you're ascending up into the air, it's like this little ledge where you have to turn the camera, and they added a little cliff with a tiny little red coin on it. It is so ridiculous, some of the ways they hide this stuff. Like, I would have never found... I don't want to say never. As a kid, I would have found it because I would have played this hundreds of hours if that's what it took, but... oh my gosh, that would have taken me forever to find naturally. NFI, did you find that naturally? Be honest. Be honest. Now I'm trying to remember how to get back to that one room. I don't think it's up here, though. Yeah, I don't think it's up here. Yeah, no, it's definitely not, because I have to go through the twist room. So that is the room on the left. Man, that is so wild. I can't believe how they hid that. You have to look in the well, and I wasn't even looking at it from the right angle. So that's why I kept with it, because you said something. Those moments in these older games make you feel so dumb sometimes, but that one doesn't make me feel dumb, though. That one doesn't make me feel dumb, because that was just like, that was next level, like, deception. That was like, they hid that, man. That's like, you gotta look in every single nook and cranny and from every angle to find that one. Okay, the room's still twisted. Okay, so this will take me back to where I need to go. Thank you, NFI, for helping with that. And I know you guys probably in the chat don't want to tell me like everything on how to do, because I mean, naturally you probably want me to figure some things out by myself, and I do like figuring things out for myself. But I think you used your discretion well on telling me that one, because that would have taken a long time. That would have taken a very long time. X-Wing crashing out because his game doesn't want to run. What is he playing? These older games are like classy women. They'll make you work for it, says Bullfrog. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? I mean, but to be fair, like, this game is called, like, Master Quest. It is meant to be the Ocarina of Time game you play after you've, like, beaten mastered Ocarina of Time, you know? So, I don't think they expect you to be a newbie as you're going through it. It's like, they're assuming that you mastered the original. You're welcome, Zeltrade. Yeah, that would have been, that would have been brutal. I say you guys spoil every puzzle as quickly as possible, says Barras. Ah, man, I don't know about that. I don't want that. I like figuring some stuff out. Bargos, you sound like a young guy. Somebody with a very, 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 very immediate attention span. Oh, okay. Did I destroy a box before I came in here? I think I did. Did I? I don't know. Let's see here. So let's go back. Let's start this over. Yeah, there's the box. Okay. So don't destroy the box because I need it for that. I want everything spoiled immediately because Johnny's stupid. I can only watch this stream because I have Subway Surfers playing on the side. Ah, I see. Try it again. Oh, come on. You probably needed that box. Rest in peace. Yeah, no, I'm good. Classic Johnny Zelda streams were always 9 hours of him fumbling, backtracking the dungeons. It's a tradition at this point. Well, yeah, but that's also like Zelda games, dude. ID Munster, there's no way you were figuring that out in 24 hours. So I don't want to hear it. That would have taken every single one of us a long time without any sort of tips. Ooh. Okay. So do I just have to open the door like this? Whoa. Okay, what does that mean, though? How do I... Oh, nope. Dang it. But how does that work? How do I probably shouldn't have destroyed those boxes as well. I just see a box and I can't help it. I must attack it instantly. How am I supposed to get out of here? Do I... ID Monster says I'm the one in the driver's seat. Or I'm not the one in the driver's seat. The angle you shot it at, maybe? I mean, I don't think it's like a speed thing. It's gonna close immediately, like right behind me. Well, maybe. Let's get like right up against this door. Alright, I guess maybe that was because of the box. I don't know what I did. There's a lot of that too. Like, I did it, but I don't know exactly what I did. Come on. Okay, so there's a hole in the floor. What about here? Is there somewhere to go here? There is. I can keep going this way. But that just takes me back! No! Did you fix it? Okay, it stayed. Right? It stayed. Okay, cool. Alright. Okay. Can't go that way. Okay. I obviously remember what this is. Lunk, watch out. The ceiling is falling down. Thank you, Navi. Okay. You're a jerk. Okay. We're gonna move up a couple spots. Bro. We have to be occupying all the same spaces. Aw, man, you're not gonna let me do it? Okay, you know what? I'm going back, because I'm not freaking dealing with all of you guys one by one. Screw that noise. Where are you at? Where are you at? There you are. Okay, I think there's one back there, too. Drop it a tiny bit. There we go. There's one here. You're all dying. Every single one of you are going. And I see one there, too. Okay. Come on. Okay. Move up a little bit. Now we wait. I'm just going to be, like, super patient, because I don't want to have to do all that over again. No, there's a key door. But there's also a chest up here. So maybe... Yeah, there's a switch. So maybe that's going to drop a key. Please tell me that drops a key. Oh, no. Okay, let's go. Nice shot, says NFI. Yeah, that's kind of my thing actually. I really like the archery aspect of this game. I got really good at the Gerudo archery ones, where you have to ride on opponent, and I've got a perfect score of 2,000 so many times on that, because I just love doing it. Nope, 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 nope. Well, I think it should be fine. It's not going to land on the chest itself. Yeah, exactly. Key, key, key. Oh. You suckers knew what you were doing, giving me a frickin' arrow there. You frickin' knew what you were doing. You just wanted to freaking blue ball the hell out of me with that. That sucks. Oh, man. You know what? Just kill me. Oh, my goodness. That sucks. Wait a minute. Okay, there is a chest down here. Is this a key? Be a key. Be a key. Let's go. Okay, sweet. We're in business. Johnny, if you had to live your life with one Zelda ambient dungeon theme playing at all times for the rest of your days, what theme are you going with? So it can't actually be like music. It's got to be like ambient. Well, it just any theme, right? Oh, that is such a good question. Definitely not Forest Temple. I love Forest Temple, but I think that would make me go insane. Not Water Temple. That's just brutal enough as is. Such a good one. You know what I just love, and I can listen on loop over and over again. It makes me so happy. Is the Sand Ship from Skyward Sword. I absolutely love the music in the Sand Ship. But I feel like what you probably want is like, if you have to listen to it for the rest of your life, you probably want to go for something as subtle and easy to like block out as possible. I actually think Majora's Mask has a few that are just like really, really subtle and easy to block out. Maybe even Breath of the Wild as well. So, all right. Let's go ahead and take all these guys out first. So, I don't know. I'd have to think about it for a little bit. I think for just, like, music that I love, I might, like, off the top of my head, I like the Sand Ship from Skyward Sword. But, yeah, I don't know. I think the right decision is to go for something as subtle as possible. Come on. This one, for some reason, is the hardest one. Like, the hitbox is tiny on this guy. God, it's tiny. Okay, how about let's just ignore that? Wow, there he is. That was weird, because that was lower. Oh, I'm out of arrows. Okay, let's go here. Kind of clipped over me a little bit. Chat, what were some of your guys' choices? I want to hear them. Alternate question. You desperately need to drive someone insane. You need to drive somewhere as quickly as possible. I'm assuming you meant somewhere. What Zelda song do you make them listen to forever? Oh, I need to... Okay, not literally. I need to, like, drive someone to insanity. Okay, which Zelda song do I make them listen to? Oof. Probably the music, like Majora's boss fight music from Majora's Mask. I think that's a good one. Or there's also Twilight Princess with the clowns. Like that. That'll drive you to insanity real fast. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure if this is any different. We'll find out. The Guardians from Breath of the Wild. That's a good one, sweetheart. That's a real good one. Okay, yeah. So this should be easy because this doesn't look any different whatsoever. Okay, now we just need to get this guy out of the way. Okay, that's good enough. I think. Oh, I'm gonna need to push it one more time. Yeah, I messed that up. Okay. One more time. One more push. There we go. Imagine no matter where you go, you hear Malakart's theme. Yeah, for sure. The funny thing is, the clown theme song is a perfect choice. Yeah, I thought so. The funny thing is there's probably quite a few you could choose from the Zelda franchise that are just like, they would just drive you crazy. Ah, come on, I messed it up. Imagine a schizophrenic who has to listen to the Guardian at all times. Yeah. STR says, I just realized I get so lost in your gameplay sometimes. Yeah, I mean, so do I, kind of. We're just... These chats that are going on, I'm kind of just zoning with the gameplay at times. Have to remind myself to lock in at moments. I could live with hearing the title theme of Wind Waker or sailing theme forever. Yes. Yes, but you said dungeons, though. So you said dungeons. So, but if I had to pick any theme, yeah, the Great Sea from Wind Waker is a good choice. I don't know if that'd be my ultimate choice, but that song just sounds like freedom and adventure, and it puts a big smile on my face every time I hear it. Now, if I had to listen to it for the rest of my life, I'm pretty dang confident that it's not going to put a smile on my face every time. But I love that song so much. Bullfrog says, honestly, just the low heart sound is obnoxious. Oh, I didn't see which one it was, dang it. It's going to be the last one, huh? Whatever I shoot last. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you know, it's funny because a lot of us, like, traditional Zelda fans tend to take a crap on, like, modern Zelda, but one thing that they absolutely did right, and I'm so happy Breath of the Wild, like, especially changed that, is the low heart sounds are, like, they alert you, but they're not annoying anymore. Like, God, they were rough on, like, Link to the Past or even the original. They were brutal. It's like sometimes, like, they're literally so obnoxious that sometimes you just want to die to make the sound stop. Twilight Princess for me when I go on an adventure. Yeah, the Hyrule Overworld theme. You know what music I really like though, and it's not a dungeon theme, so technically it doesn't qualify for you know, the proposal we were talking about for music, but I really love the kind of like slightly remixed Midna's Lament or Midna's theme right after you defeat a boss in Twilight Princess, where you're basically about to step into the portal to leave the dungeon. That music is so nice. Oh, it's so good. There have been times where I've beaten a boss on Twilight Princess and I'll set my controller down and I'll just like do something else on the side just so I can let that music play for a little bit and make me happy. And it makes me happy. Very, very happy. Alan says, I would absolutely love to cosplay as a Zora, my favorite characters in the series. Somehow, I am not surprised, Alan. You and your, you and your waterways. ID Muster says, hearing that great sea theme while gliding across the ocean on a sail ship would be the life. Plus, you have rum rations to help you get through it. Dude, like, no joke. That's like life goals. I want to be out on the ocean sailing while listening to the Wind Waker. Like, I'd be overwhelmed with happiness. It'd be so cool. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Ocarina of Time Melody is a banger, and Smash Brothers Brawl and Smash Brothers Brawl 4 and Ultimate. Yes. It's a very good one. I said melody, medley, whatever. Let's see here. Not Zelda, but the story reminded me of how I go through Secret of Mana's final dungeon just to pause the game and let the final boss theme loop for hours. 100%. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There used to be a Skulltula in one of these rooms, but I don't think it's here anymore because I would be able to hear it if it was. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is interesting. It used to be I just kept rotating this room, and eventually I'd hit the switch to open the door to the boss room. But now the boss room's not open. So is there something more complex this time that I'm missing? Shoot, dude. Okay, there's got to be like an eye on a wall or something. Let me look around. Huh. Shoot, I was just like cruising, thinking that, all right, I'm about to fight this boss. And they changed something up. Or wait a minute. Well, do I just have to hit the switch again? No, it's not the switch. Okay. It's interesting. What are you hiding from me? You could become one of those guys who sail across the Pacific solo with Starlink to keep the stream going. Play, dude, how about that? Like, that was something I would do if I was still single and I didn't have like a wife who loves me and doesn't let me do that stuff because she loves me. But if I was still single, I would like take Starlink out to the middle of the ocean and live stream and be like, I'd have a generator like that I charged up ahead of time, and I would play Wind Waker from the middle of the ocean. I'd name the title of the stream Beating Wind Waker from the Middle of the Ocean. There it is. I knew I had to be one of these. Like, how it... Come on. That would have to do well on viewership, right? Like, it'd have to. I would totally love to see someone... Did you see that person who... Somebody made... the Red Dragon ship, the King of Red Dragons. Somebody turned Link's Wind Waker ship, like they literally built it into an actual boat that you can ride on. Did you guys see that online? That was incredible. It was making the rounds on social media too. It was super, super awesome. Orcas with sabotage. Yeah, says Alan. King of Red Lions. What did I say? Red Dragons? I think I did? Yeah, King of Red Lions. Ding. Sorry, guys. I say a lot of dumb stuff when I'm streaming and talking in front of people. Shoot again! What happened? Man, I hate using the C-stick for the bow, dude. It's brutal. Also, what happens if I run out of arrows? Okay, I better not miss my shots! Gosh dang, I hate using the C-stick, dude. I'm not even freaking... Stop! Oh, I hate the C-stick for this. I don't think the Wii will let you button that. Guys, am I screwed if I use up all my arrows? Okay, so okay, this is a golden opportunity here. Okay. GG, says Brian Stewart. Yeah, it's over, right? Is it just over? I mean, technically it won't be the end of the world, because I could just save, quit, and then I'm back at the beginning of the dungeon, but it doesn't take that long to get back to the spot once you're at the beginning of the dungeon. So, it's not really like the end of the world. Oh, sweet. Okay, okay. I thought I had to hit him more times than that. Perfect. Alright, let's nail our shots. Why is he stabbing? Okay. Come on, Link. Are you winning, Johnny? Says Crazy. I think I'll be winning. We'll see, though. We're doing Dead Man's Volley right now. I've got a lot of stuff to heal myself, so I think I'll be alright, but we'll find out. Of all the Dead Man's Volleys in Zelda, I think this one might be the most tricky about timing it right. This one's actually a little bit tough. And I don't know why, it just... He throws like... He's like a good pitcher in baseball, where he'll have like a fastball, then he'll have like an off-speed pitch, and it's like... It's really tough. I don't think that hurt me, because I still had iframes. Is this a final boss? No, it's not. It's the, It kind of works like the final boss, but it's the first boss of the adult section of this game. So technically this is the 4th temple. If you include the last temple, there's like 10 temples in this game. Bro, that gets so fast, it's crazy. But that's fun, though. That feels so good. How many times again I hit him that one? That was good. What the frick? Is that a new move? Wait, is that new? Bro, he's doing new moves. These are Master Quest exclusive moves. Okay, I'm glad I got to see that before I killed him. That's crazy. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've never seen that in my entire life, if that's a move he had in the original, but I'm pretty sure he never did that in the original. That, like, sparkling fireworks type move where he spins at you. Like, what was that? Oh, okay, Johnny. I thought Phantom Ganon was later. Nah. Phantom Ganon's never the final boss fight. You fight Phantom Ganon and Wind Waker very close to the end of the game, but he's not even the final boss there either. Phantom Ganondorf, Johnny. Oh, Johnny apologizes. He simply was not familiar with your game. How do you guys feel about the Hyrule Warriors games, says Bargos? I love them, but I forget what you call those types of games, like the hack and slash games. Correct? Let me know, like Misu games, or I forget what they're called. Chat, help me out. But the Ninja Gaidens, the Bayonettas, the, you know, Devil May Cry, those type of games. I love those type of games, so for me it felt familiar. So yeah, I really like the Hyrule Warriors games. I definitely prefer the first Hyrule Warriors game over Age of Calamity, though. If you're gonna play one, I would play the first one. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Like, I've seen it a bunch of times. I just don't know how you pronounce that. Zelda Golf, says Alan. Phantom Ganon is a playable character in Smash Brawl mod called Rex/Project Remix. Oh, that's awesome. Very different from hack and slashes. I mean, if you say so. When I played it, the combat was very, very repetitive. It was very, very hectic. Not in a bad way. But I can tell it was made by Team Ninja as I was playing it. I was like, yeah, this feels like Ninja Gaiden. So yeah. Bullfrog 808 for the $9.99. Thank you, Bullfrog. Says impressive, most impressive. Got to do the Darth Vader thing. Impressive, most impressive. I'd call Hyrule Warriors a beat 'em up type of game. Listen, whoever asked for the recommendations, just listen to chat. What they say. It is more so than any Zelda game, less about puzzles and more about combat. I think we can all agree about that. It's a lot about combat. Lots and lots of enemies, and the music is sick. Oh my god, like hearing some of the greatest Zelda tracks of all time remixed into like guitar riffs and sick stuff. Oh, it's so good. It's so cool. Yeah, I would definitely recommend playing them for sure. But if you don't like the first Hyrule Warriors game, I just stop. Because you're not going to like any of them. Link, huh? Soraya, Fairy Ocarina? Oh, right. Your dearest memento, the sign that our friendship would never end. I kind of threw it away when I got the blue one. Exactly. Scott Liss, I know you've seen Terminal Montage's little video on that where he just takes it and he just looks at it and then he just throws it against the wall and it shatters. If you've never seen Terminal Montage, check out that channel. It's all about like funny video game animations. It's giant, so I'm sure most of you are familiar, but like several million subscribers. Barrio says, I feel like generally I don't like spin-offs of things. Spin-offs of things I like just because they have the same guys in it or whatever. It's gotta earn it like everyone else. I agree, but I liked those types of games already, so it just felt good, and it felt like they did a really good job with it. The first one especially feels like just a love letter to the entire Zelda franchise leading up to it, because there's so many cool references and everything from all the various games. It's like you'll fight like the biggest, baddest Dodongo you've ever fought. It just looks like this big, monstrous ground dragon. The music is just super heavy. The women are super hot. It's the most Team Ninja game ever. It's freaking awesome. The games are more about the power fantasy of 1 versus 100 style combat. Yeah, no, for sure. It's awesome. That's why they make you feel so good. Like, that's how I felt playing any Ninja Gaiden game that I got really good at. Ugh, it's perfect. Speaking of Warriors games, I'm actually playing the first Fire Emblem Warriors as we speak. Nice. What you thinking of it, Scutless? My brothers absolutely love the Fire Emblem games. NFI says, I seen the Mario Kart. I assume we're talking about tournament montage. I seen the Mario Kart video. That one part cracks me up when Bowser throws the green shell and it backfires on him. It's so accurate. Yeah. I think my favorite terminal montage video now is this Water Temple one. The Water Temple is so painfully, amazingly accurate. It's so good. The part where it just like it shows a montage and the screen gets blurry and it's Link just going all over around the map like this, and I'm like, it's so accurate to the Water Temple. All right, so I've been so engaged in chat. Now I need to like think, all right, what are we doing now? We just got the first one. Technically now I could do the Water Temple, but I'm not ready to do the Water Temple yet. I'd like to do some other things. Let's actually, let's go to Gerudo. Let's go to Gerudo, because I want to do the mini game to get the big quiver. Actually, no. Let's do the mini game at Kakariko first, so we get the 40 quiver there, and then we'll get the 50 quiver in Gerudo. Yeah, let's do that. That's a good plan. Yeah, it's just so tough. Like, I love the Hyrule Warriors games. I love them so much. But Bargos, like, what I would do is genuinely... What was I doing wrong the first time? I would genuinely just look up some gameplay footage on YouTube. Not too much, because you don't want to, like, spoil a bunch. But maybe look up a long play. Like, look up Hyrule Warriors... long play and watch the first one and just watch it for a little bit. Watch like a half hour of gameplay and you should be able to figure out, like, does that look like the kind of game you would enjoy? Because it's such a unique game and it's so far from the traditional Zelda games that I think it's impossible for me, like, not knowing you, to be able to say whether or not you'd enjoy it. Let's see. So I'm going to leave here, and now I'm going to play the Sun Song again. I don't know why I played the Sun Song the first time. It was still daytime. I thought it was nighttime. Fire Temple, then Water Temple, says NFI. No. I'm going to do it the way I've always done it, which is Water Temple, then Fire Temple. And that's how I do it. Some of you guys might be like, what? Yes, you have the option to do Water Temple first, and that's always the way I've done it, and I'm sticking with it. So, Johnny, how is Mario Kart World going to work forward for the streams, for these streams? I don't know. It's tough to say, because I'm not sure if it's, like, wise to mix... Like, I've been thinking about it. I'm not sure if it's wise for me to mix in Mario Kart World, because I don't want Mario Kart people to sub to this channel. Like, new people could discover this channel and sub for Mario Kart. And then just, you know, never watch the videos because I don't make any actual Mario Kart-based videos, which then hurts my click-through rate, which then hurts... the chances of my content being recommended and my channel growing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, ugh, it's just tough. I don't know. I to be honest, I haven't figured it out yet. I will figure it out, but I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that yet, because I like playing Mario Kart with you guys, but I just, honest to God, don't know if it's great for the channel. So, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to deal with that. If anybody's got suggestions, I'll hear them. Definitely not my thing. I don't like games where you can just go brain dead generally. Bargos, then yeah, that's good self-awareness. In that case, I don't think you'll like it, because there are some tactics to it, but it's not like a pause and think like game. There's definitely a whole lot of like, mind-numbing button mashing. There's a lot of tactics to it too if you want to get better at it, but it's not like Zelda in that way. It's not. So I think you're right. It probably is not the game for you based on how you're describing it. If you've never liked a game in that genre, then there's no reason for me to think that you would like that game. Let me put it that way. I do like games in that genre. There's been a few of them. Let me see. Resilient? Am I pronouncing that right? That sounds sick if I am. Resilient. Do Jeremy and make a second channel, call it... do a Jeremy and make a second channel, call it 199 Zeltroid. I have thought about it. I don't know. I wouldn't want to make a channel, another channel, if I like, I know a lot of people do this. They'll have like 7 YouTube channels, that sort of thing. But I would not want to make a channel that so rarely sees any content. You know what I'm saying? Like... if I was going to make another channel, I would see it as a commitment and an investment. So yeah, I mean, I guess I could make a Mario Kart channel and just stream Mario Kart over there, and you know, who knows what it turns into, maybe, but Zeltroid 2 channel. Yeah, exactly. Alan, the Techno Troll, says, next video, which NBA player is their Mario Kart World character they choose? That would work for like 4 people in this chat and nobody on my basketball channel. All right, let's just leave you here, Epona, so these violent, misandrous women don't steal you. Zeltroid plays. Yes, could do that. Yeah, that's actually a good angle. Just call it Zeltroid Plays, where I just play whatever I want. Zeltroid 2, just like Yellow Flash. Yeah, exactly. Take that, witch. That was a very unnecessary shot, but whatever. Alright, so let's try to do this one. Ooh. Immediately. Heidi Munster. Johnny Cartnet. That's so corny, but I almost kind of want to do it. Kevin Durant is Rosalina. No, Rosalina's way too cool to be Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is Peach. Or some other chick. I don't know. We can't have Rosalina's badass, man. I love Rosalina. All right. Do you have any new moves like Shadow Ganon? Come on. Man, I think they increased her health. There we go. Kevin Durant is Cal. Baby Peach. Yeah, Alasia says, no, leave my girl alone. Yeah, no, like, Kevin Durant is genuinely, and I've said this on my channel before, too. He is my least favorite player in the NBA. I can't stand him. More than LeBron, more than any other player. The fact that he went to the 73-9 Warriors, like, was just the ultimate, like, wuss move, man. And now, ever since he did that move, he's been trying to gaslight us into saying, oh, it was one of the toughest roads to a championship. Like, dude literally said that. Like, I can't stand Kevin Durant. And then he's like so insecure that he literally created fake social media accounts to argue with randoms on the internet to defend his own honor. Like, bro. Sometimes, like, some people, like, ooze insecurity so badly that it makes you like, it makes people just like repulsed by you. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy where you're like, people don't like me. Why does nobody like me? Let me defend myself and be super defensive. And I was like, well, now they really don't like you because you're just whining all the time. So here's a question. If baby girl likes Zelda games as she grows, which I hope she does, but if she doesn't, it is what it is. And they make the new fancy version of this game, are you going to make her start with the OG Ocarina of Time or let her play the new one? Nah, I'm going to let her play the new one. I feel like people go overboard. I feel like people go overboard with the nostalgia of their childhood and then try to force it upon their children. It's like, they'll be nostalgic about different things. Let them have their own magical, childish upbringing. Like, give them good games, give them great things. Like, sure, we're gonna show her, like, Lord of the Rings, we're gonna show her Star Wars, and I'm gonna take her to a theater the first time she sees Lord of the Rings. I'm gonna do one of those things where you, like, rent out the theater, so the first time she sees that movie, she'll have seen it in the theater just like I did. But yeah, you can't just try to replicate your childhood with your children. Let them enjoy their own things. That's my opinion, you know? Because even like my little brother, who's like 13 or 14 years younger than me, it was a similar thing where he enjoyed some of the magic of like things I did, like Halo 2 and Halo 3, but there's other things that are unique to him that he has so much nostalgia for, you know? But I'm not just going to try to, like, force my child to really enjoy, like, Battletoads for the NES like I did when I was a kid when their friends are playing, like, modern 4K games. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we can play that together, but I'm not going to be like, you have to play everything I played in order. Yeah, 14 years younger. Yeah, there are some crazy age gaps. All from the same parents, by the way. Yeah, I almost felt like my brother was so much younger than me that it almost felt like, not like I was his parent or, you know, or anything like that, but like, it almost felt like I knew what it was like to have someone so much younger in the house when I, you know, now that I am a parent. Like, I'm like, yeah, I remember this. I remember what it's like to have a baby in the house. You need to give her Dark Souls. She has to learn that life is hard and shit ain't fair. Yeah, right? Yep. That'd be one way to do it. We'll see, though. I don't know if she's going to be like that. Because, again, her mom's a cozy gamer. You know, Alasia, I love her for it. But she's a cozy gamer. I'm the really competitive one. Is my baby Zelda gonna be a little bit of a blend between the two of us? We'll see. I don't know if she's gonna have my competitive gene. I'm not gonna push it on her. Like, you know, she'll have enough to deal with me in the house being way too competitive about everything. You're sort of like an uncle to him, says Crazy. Yeah, in a way. Okay, so I came out of that one. Now let's go on this one. Like Piccolo is with Gohan. Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool thought. I never thought of it that way. Okay, let's go back here. Come on. Piccolo and Gohan. That's cool. I never thought of being my little brother that way. I'm sure he'd enjoy that too. Gohan especially. Gohan's a badass. Young Gohan, teen Gohan, all that stuff. Okay. Oh no, shoot. Johnny would bag in Mario Kart against his daughter, without a doubt. Well, yeah, then she'd learn how to. Whatever it takes to win, and then she'll learn how to win too. The Gerudo Desert theme is so good. Yeah, for sure. The one thing that kind of bums me out about Gerudo in modern games is the Gerudo used to have this really cool balance. I'm getting too close to the mic. Sorry, chat. I just realized that. There used to be this really cool balance between, like, it was like Middle Eastern cultures, but also like it has some Hispanic vibes to it. You know, with like the music and some of the architecture and stuff. And I think that unfortunately, like the Hispanic part, they just got rid of, and now it's just like Middle Eastern vibes all the time with Gerudo, and that kind of bums me out. I liked some of the Hispanic vibes too. Teaching your little brother how to dodge, LOL. Dragon Ball Z abridged reference. Yeah, dodge. Gohan isn't my favorite character, but he's awesome, says Crazy. Yeah, I think Vegeta's my favorite character. If Dragon Ball Z was accurate to real life, Vegeta would be the strongest character, for sure. He works the hardest. He wants it the most. But because of plot, Goku's the best of the best. Okay, interesting. So that just leads me back up there. In a few years, Zeltroid will have to stay awake until 7 a.m. because his daughter refuses to go to bed until she beats him in Mario Party map. That'd be awesome. You're next. Come on. What? That cloud over Death Mountain. See, that's a funny thing. She's trying to prompt me to go to the Fire Temple. She's trying to prompt me to go to the Fire Temple. And somehow... Let's do the other one. Somehow I ignored that and still went to the Water Temple when I was a kid. And I just kept doing that for the rest of my life. And I'm gonna do it again. It wasn't until like a friend in like my mid-20s was like, wait a minute. It's like, you do the Water Temple first? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, dude, you got to do the Fire Temple. That's the way to do it. And when he told me that, I was like, no. Like, no, it has to be the Water Temple second. That's how everybody does it. That's the way it's supposed to be done. And it wasn't until I got to Navi's hint where it's like, hey, you should go to Death Mountain, that I was like, oh, crap, he's right. Z Future Trunks is my favorite character. He doesn't play around. Also, yeah, Vegeta gets screwed over from being the hero a lot, especially in Resurrection F. Yeah. Just kind of a running gag at this point. LOL, mommy is stepping in at that point. That's the funny thing. I don't know if Alasia's gonna let her be as competitive as me. I don't think she can handle it, to be honest. I think my wife will go crazy if my daughter is as competitive as I am. I think that will get old to her really, really fast. And to be honest, I don't think I want her to be as competitive as I am. If she is, you know, so be it. But, like, there are certain parts of my drive and competitiveness that are 100% unhealthy. Like, absolutely. Like, it keeps me awake at night, like, type competitive. Like, and I'm like, I don't want my daughter to care so much about things that really shouldn't matter that much. Like, I want her to be a smarter adult than I am. I figured it allowed the same sequence as you do as Kid Link. Yeah. Reminder, Johnny got beaten by the Dolphin bot last night. Well, the Dolphin bot got second. And so, like, a lot of us were. Basically, I think everybody on the panel was. Did you win that one, Alan? I forgot who won that one. I think it was one of the members. Johnny would learn how to code so he could edit Navi's hints to tell him to go to the water temple first, just so he's right. Facts. ID Monster says certain parts? Yeah, certain parts. Being a driven person, I think, is... Oof. Being a driven person, like, is a good thing. It can aspire you to be successful. You know, my competitive drive is part of what makes me go... Like, I wear a chip on my shoulder when people told me I wasn't going to make my life of anything. There were certain people who thought that, like... Oh, you're just pursuing a YouTube channel. Well, that's a hobby. You can't turn that into your job. And there was a part of me that after I turned it into a job, I was like, you know, what now, biatches? I turned it into a job, you know? And so if utilized right, that chip on your shoulder, that need to prove yourself, that needing to be competitive and be on top, it could be a good thing. But it could also be unhealthy when it's like stupid and petty stuff that doesn't matter, like Mario Kart. You know? So it just depends. Like most things in life, you know, there needs to be a balance. I thought it was Krista that beat Alan. No, you're right. It was Krista. Krista won that one. And so basically everybody lost to the dolphin bot except Krista. But it's the dolphin bot, so, you know. Like, it was basically the spirit of Alan. So, to a certain extent, you got to be kind of okay with it. Come on, bust the box. Link, can I not break these? Okay, there we go. Sweet, I got a rupee and I went from 200 to 200. Is that why you were so silent last night, Johnny? I was mad. That's part of the reason I was quiet. But in all seriousness, like, I have been trying really, really hard to, like, controlling my anger and not lashing out because, like, I try not to use, like, foul language and all that sort of thing. But, man, that's another thing where I get so competitive where it's hard. And so when I'm really irritated, sometimes, like, if I open my mouth, I know whatever comes out is not going to be good. And so the only way I know how to combat that is just to shut the hell up. Like, don't say anything. And last night I took that to an extreme, but I was genuinely kind of proud of myself that I didn't say anything that night I went to sleep going, I wish I didn't say that, you know? So I was like, I really just made a point, like, just shut up. If you've got nothing good to say, don't say it, you know? So that was what that was about. Maybe I went a little overboard with it, but I really want to be better, especially now with my daughter in the picture, with not saying stupid, vulgar things or mean things or things that are overly competitive that I later go, why did I say that? That's not a good example, you know? But it's really hard. When those competitive juices are flowing and people are talking trash, I just want to say the worst things imaginable. But that's what Mario Kart is for, says Brian Stewart. I know, it's tough. Like, I'm talking about a balance. Like, I know you guys want that. Like, you guys want those rages and those outbursts, but I don't know. I just feel like mine are too much. Like, I don't know. Because when Mike does it, it kind of feels like he's playing. At least from my perspective, it doesn't feel like play when I'm doing it. Beardo crashed out on Phil. Yeah, he did. Let's see here. Johnny, you are the second most competitive person I know. Your daughter will be fine unless she's competitive about being competitive. Oh, ID Monster. See, that's how competitive I am. I'm already pissed off about the fact that you said second, and I feel like I need to prove to you now I'm number one. I am curious to meet the person you say is number one, though, but I don't know if I'm actually second. I don't know. I don't think I am. It's fine if you were silent. I was just curious. Yeah, you're good, Crazy, for sure. Everybody was, you know, there was a lot of people like, oh, he's pouting and stuff. I'm like, I just don't want to say anything stupid. and Jeremy was trying so hard. He was trying so hard to get me to just lash out. And then somebody said, oh, just give it time. He's going to lash out. And then that's when I really doubled down and was like, no, I'm not going to let that be true this time. I'm not just going to, like, lash out and be angry and, like, I'm not going to let that happen. That happens too much. I'm not going to let it happen. I thought it was because you got 21st and we're just in ultra. I mean, that's kind of true. I mean, there was definitely a high level of focus after that. I won the team one, but I was still like, I still shut up after I won because I was just like, yeah, no, I don't want to say anything I shouldn't be saying. To be honest, I'm waiting for you to lash out at Jeremy. Let's go ahead and get Epona over here. Jeremy's, you deserve it. Dude, Jeremy is like a brother in that way, where it's just like, the dude knows how to get under, like, little brother's skin. Like, it feels like, I don't know if he had siblings growing up, but the way he just talks trash and the way he'll just, like, at just the right time be like, you deserve it. I'll be like... He's so good about that, just pissing you off, man. Because the funny thing is, like, we play Mario Kart over here on these streams, and I don't get as mad. It's a large part of it is him, genuinely. Skylar says, I'm genuinely not an angry person. My family describes me as someone who gets frustrated and annoyed, but me actually being angry is rare. I admire that. As somebody who is prone to anger, I do admire that. Greg says, how many temples do you think you're going to do today? Honestly, I think I'll probably just get to the water temple, and then I think that'll be a wonderful place to pick it up on the next stream. So I'll just do a couple more things here and then go to the water temple, because I want to spend some time with my wife tonight. I've just been, between all the channels, I've been doing so much streaming lately, so I don't want tonight to be another like 5-hour stream, you know what I'm saying? So I'll probably get to the water temple and then we'll pick it up next week. So Resilian says, in a way you lashed out with silence. I guess, yeah, that's one way to look at it. Alright. 1,000 points, that'll be hard. I think I can use the B button now. Yes, thank God I can use the B button now and not the C stick. Want to dedicate all of next week's stream to Master Quest Water Temple? Probably a good call. Yeah, exactly. That'll look good on the thumbnail too. I'm not shooting these fast enough. I mean, I already cleared 1,000, but I'm not shooting these fast enough. I'm trying to be too much of a perfectionist. Cool. Crazy says, I try not to be competitive, but I can't relate. I've thrown controllers and rage quit before trying to be competitive, but I try to perform the best I can in games I love, like Smash Brothers. Yeah, Smash Brothers is one that's really easy to get super competitive with. She said I'm a lucky gal. Why? Oh, that was the other thing. I think people are like, why is your room so empty? Did you get a divorce? And my wife's now got to reiterate, like, I love my husband. I love spending time with my husband. The truth is the room's so empty because talk to the biatch. Gosh damn it. Stop hopping off the horse and talk to the woman. It's because we're moving. We're in the process of moving right now, and when you're a homeowner and you got to show the home, you can have certain things left unpacked or certain things don't go into a storage shed, but most things have to. So one of the things that stays is the couch, is the desk, is the computers, and that sort of thing. And people can still come in and see this room and get an idea of what it'd be like if they own it, you know. But yeah, so we're in the process of moving right now, so like most stuff is in storage or in boxes. Shoot. Gosh, I really want to play this on a GameCube controller. My favorite line of yours was during Mario Kart was, Ariel, what the F, you toxic woman? Yeah. 1500. I can't, it's so hard with this controller, guys. I'd seriously be getting, if I was doing it on the N64 controller, I'd be probably getting like 1800 to 1900 on the regular, but it's not the same with this controller. All right, so we done here. Do you have a new place lined up? No, because like it's hard because like we want to get a good price for this place and we don't know how long this place is to sell. Like I'm not going to drop this to such a ridiculously like small price that I know it's going to go instantly, you know? Like I want to get what it's worth. So because of that, you know, I want to wait to see like until we get like a serious offer from this place. Or we have a seller lined up and then you have like a month, you know, before they move in. And so we're kind of just waiting. But when things start heating up and it looks like this place is about to move, we'll start figuring out where we want to go. We just know like general locations right now, but like as far as a home, no. But like we have an idea of like where we want to live, for sure. ID Monster says, Johnny, I do quite a few people who are competitive. You do know a few people who are competitive to a very high degree, but I totally did say you were the second most competitive person. It's not enough. Because I knew it would bug you. So you're for sure top 5. ID Monster, you're good at these mind games. Yes, no. You said second because you knew it pissed me off, and it did. Johnny, I think my favorite moment is when Dan and Beardo spoke Johnny saying F into existence from the Mario. I'm telling you, dude, I'm trying not to. That's why I shut up. Because I lash out, and because I'm not like Jeremy or because I'm not like Ryan, you guys just remember it forever. So, yeah, that's why I just shut up. Resilient says, sounds stressful. What, being me? It is. Very. Oh, I'll do that one. Yeah. There we go. Give me that. I don't know if that's what you meant by sound stressful. Oh, the home thing? The home thing is stressful. Like, moving's always stressful. And moving with a... I don't know if she still qualifies as a newborn, but moving with a baby is tough, too. But we're making it work. All right. Let's get to the water temple, y'all. I'm just going to leave you here, Epona. Go frolic. Be free and be happy. Thank you to everybody who's in the chat. We got 34 people in here. I appreciate every single one of you guys. It's funny. I get so many more viewers on my Metroid streams, and I think that's because... Truth be told, I think this channel is more of a Metroid channel than a Zelda channel. Like I've had more videos blow up in the algorithm, which is crazy because Zelda's way more popular than Metroid. But more of my Metroid videos have gone like viral than Zelda videos. So I think it's probably like 60% or 70% of the subscribers currently on this channel are actually Metroid fans. I just realized there's no way you can stream Mario Galaxy. What do you mean by that? How is there no way I can stream Mario Galaxy? I own Mario Galaxy. On the Wii and on the Switch. Nerdy Neo says Metroid Zelda. See? There you go. There's one of them. I love them both. You can't ask me which of my children are my favorite. They're both my favorite. Poor Mike is confined to a chair after he lost his feet to diabetes. Oh my gosh, you guys are so harsh on Mike. Yes, it is, but hopefully will be worth it in the end. Yeah, for sure. Moving's always tough, but we're happy to be moving. Where we're at right now, it just doesn't kind of fit our routine. We have to commute too much to get to our favorite grocery store, our favorite places to shop, our favorite places to hang out, and so I think we'll be much happier after the move. It's probably because there isn't as much Metroid channels. Yeah, that's true too. Like, it is very, very niche, but like there aren't that many Metroid channels. And even the channels that talk about Metroid, they don't do it generally exclusively. There's one, like I said, the biggest Metroid channel I know that's specifically dedicated to Metroid is the Orpheon. And last I checked, I think that channel had like 40,000 subscribers or something like that. But the person who runs it doesn't post like terribly often. So I agree. I think as niche as Metroid is, I do feel like there's a massive opportunity for me to really make the most of it. To really make the most of it by providing content that's kind of scarce, you know, and people like, a lot of people I think want that. Dread speedruns were so fun to watch when they first came out. Yeah, because the game is just buttery smooth, man. Like, I can go through that game fairly quick, but not that quick. Jack Butler says, imagine playing the Water Temple backwards. I've never got that far in Master Mode. No. It's not like literally backwards, is it? You're a big Metroid fish in a small Lake Hylia fishing pond. Exactly. Let's get this heart piece real quick. I mean, honestly, a lot of it's like, they're just what I started out with, and I gotta thank my dad for that one, who I know was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still here. But Pops, he had the original Legend of Zelda on the NES when I was born, and he had the original Metroid, and I just fell in love with them. Thank God those franchises stayed awesome, because they were some of my favorites. And they kind of just stayed that way for a long, long time. I feel like when I was a kid, there were certain IPs that I liked as much as Zelda. Like, for a while, Star Fox 64 was like my favorite 64 game. For a while, Star Fox 64 was by far my favorite N64 game. But Star Fox games just didn't keep coming out. They didn't maintain the same level of quality. Although I love some of them, they kept changing up the formula a lot. And so the IP just didn't stick to that level of quality for me, you know? Brian Stewart said, don't get too excited over Zora's Domain, Alan. I love how he sent me $2 to send a message to Alan. That's amazing. Thank you, Brian Stewart. Highlighting the message with money for Alan. Best in multiplayer mode? Which one are we talking about now? Are you playing on actual hardware or emulating? I am playing on actual hardware, but it is the GameCube disc on the Nintendo Wii, and I'm using my GameCube controller. So it is actually the Nintendo GameCube disc. Yeah, I'm too stupid to emulate. I mostly just play on actual hardware. Can I not do this right now? This is different. This is different. Is there a switch to drop this? Also, why are these pink crystals here now? These are new. So I think Zeltroid... so I think I told Zeltroid this back when he streamed on Twitch, but the ice cavern is believed to be a remnant of the cut ice temple. Yeah, there was a couple cut temples. There was an ice temple, right? And then there was a sky temple as well, wasn't there? It's been a while since I've looked into that, but I'm pretty sure there was a sky temple as well that got cut, which doesn't surprise me because like ever since Ocarina of Time, like Nintendo and Zelda have kind of obsessed over the idea of Link in the skies. Okay, I can't leave yet. I gotta make sure. People who have done Master Quest in the chat, do I have what I need to do this? I don't think I do. I don't have a fire arrow. I don't have Din's fire. You know what's funny and actually just occurred to me? You can do... Oh, there it is. There it is. It's right there. Freaking moron. You can do Water Temple before Fire Temple, which is what I always did as a kid in the original version. But that doesn't necessarily mean you can do it in Master Quest. It probably needs Din's Fire. That's what I was going to go do, ID Monster. And I might go back and do that after this one anyway. But I was about to go get Din's Fire. Okay, in all seriousness, though, like, I said I was going to spend time with my wife, and then she said that she was a lucky gal, and now here I am, like, trying to complete the ice temple. Let's go ahead and save, guys. Let me go spend time with the family. Guys, you are awesome. It has been so fun to be talking about all of this and everything. It's so nice to see all these different people from different communities and people who just naturally discovered the channel. Let me catch up with chat, and then I'll go ahead and send you guys out. Resilient says, I swear the game has a sound effect that sounds like the Discord leave voice chat sound. Gets me all the time. Oh, I never really thought of that. Yeah. I will get Din's Fire probably right after I complete this one. And yeah, then we'll just set it up with the Water Temple. We'll do Ice Cavern and Water Temple next week. I can't promise a time, but I'm thinking I'm starting to lean towards later on Thursday nights because these are just chill streams, and I think that's kind of a cool, nice, chill wind-down stream. So yeah, thank you guys to everybody who's in the chat. Tried to catch up as much as I can. Again, Brian Stewart, thank you for the $2 that was directed at Alan. Scully says, the gaming experience. Another hour couldn't hurt. Another hour couldn't hurt. Another, oh, wait. Do I hear chirping birds? Yeah, exactly. Thank you, guys. I'm going to save it. I think I just saved it a second ago. But I appreciate y'all. Look out for some more scripted videos coming out soon. I'm going to jump on it. Actually, I have a video dropping soon about my thoughts on the Legend of Zelda movie and why I absolutely refuse to get excited about it. That's going to be the video title. Why I absolutely refuse to get excited about it. If you do, good for you. I'm happy for you, and I hope the movie kicks butt. But I'm going to hold out on the excitement. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you again soon. Metroid stream on Sunday night. We'll continue Metroid Prime. We'll probably beat it on